Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with that familiar urge to urinate only to find that the stream is weak, the bladder never feels completely empty, and before long you are back in the bathroom again? For men over 50, these are the frustrating signs of an enlarged prostate. It is one of the most common health issues in men as they age. And yet, very few realize that what they put on their plate each day can either make it worse or help ease the pressure naturally. I am Dr. Charlotte Hayes, and today I want to share with you one powerful fruit that research and clinical experience suggest may help shrink an enlarged prostate naturally while also improving urinary comfort and overall vitality. This fruit is easy to find, safe to eat, and can be a simple addition to your daily routine. Stay with me until the end because I will also explain how to get the most benefit from it and how it works in harmony with other healthy choices you may already be making. So what is this fruit that can make such a difference for men with prostate concerns? It is the humble tomato. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, wait a second, tomatoes are vegetables. And you are right in how we often use them in cooking. But from a botanical perspective, tomatoes are actually fruits. And hidden inside this everyday fruit is one of the most powerful compounds for supporting prostate health, something called lycopene. Lycopene is the bright red pigment that gives tomatoes their rich, vibrant color. But it is much more than just a coloring agent. It is a potent antioxidant. And antioxidants are your body's defenders against cell damage and inflammation. Think of them as tiny shields that protect your tissues from wear and tear. When it comes to the prostate, lycopene plays a particularly important role. Men who consume more lycopene through tomatoes and tomato-based foods often show healthier prostate tissue when examined, and they tend to experience fewer urinary symptoms tied to enlargement. That means less discomfort, less pressure, and a greater sense of ease day to day. Now let us look at how it works inside your body. An enlarged prostate, known medically as benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH for short, happens for a few reasons. Over time, inflammation builds up in the gland, oxidative stress damages the cells, and hormone shifts change how the prostate behaves. All of these factors contribute to swelling and growth of the gland. Lycopene steps in by reducing oxidative stress, essentially neutralizing the free radicals that damage prostate cells. At the same time, it calms inflammation, almost like cooling a fire that has been smoldering inside the gland for years. By protecting the delicate cells of the prostate and reducing irritation, lycopene helps the gland function more smoothly. The benefits do not stop there. When inflammation goes down, the prostate gland often has a chance to shrink back closer to a healthier size. This matters because when the gland is swollen, it presses against the urethra, the narrow tube that carries urine from the bladder. That pressure is what causes so many of the common and frustrating symptoms of BPH, the weak urine stream, the feeling of incomplete emptying, and those endless trips to the bathroom at night. By lowering inflammation and supporting healthier tissue, lycopene can ease that pressure, allowing urine to flow more freely. And that is where men often notice the most immediate improvements. Fewer nighttime interruptions mean deeper, more restorative sleep. A stronger urine stream means less straining, less frustration, and more confidence. And over time, this simple change, adding more tomate-based foods into your diet, can feel like a gentle but steady step back toward balance. It is not a miracle or an overnight fix, but it is a powerful natural support for a gland that so many men struggle with as they age. But here is where most men go wrong. They eat raw tomatoes and assume they are getting the full benefit when in reality, very little of that lycopene is being absorbed. The truth is, your body uses lycopene far more effectively when the tomato has been cooked and paired with a little healthy fat. Cooking breaks down the tough cell walls of the tomato, releasing lycopene that would otherwise pass right through you unused. Think of it like unlocking a treasure chest. The lycopene is there, but it takes heat to open it up. That is why foods like tomato sauce, tomato paste, or even slow roasted tomatoes drizzled with olive oil are so much more powerful for your prostate than a raw tomato slice tucked into a sandwich. In fact, studies have shown that the concentration of lycopene is much higher in tomato paste than in raw tomatoes. And the addition of healthy fats like olive oil helps your body absorb and transport that lycopene directly into your bloodstream. This means a plate of pasta with a rich tomato sauce and a drizzle of olive oil can do more for your prostate than a salad topped with raw tomato slices. Another advantage of tomatoes is how easy they are to weave into your meals. They are one of the most versatile foods you can eat. You can start your day with a vegetable juice that includes tomato as a base. At lunch, a bowl of hearty vegetable soup made with tomato broth becomes more than comfort food. It becomes a daily medicine for your prostate. Dinner could be pasta or rice with a tomato-based sauce, or even roasted tomatoes tossed with olive oil and herbs. These are simple dishes, yet each one is quietly delivering lycopene where your body needs it most. The real key here is consistency. Having a tomato now and then is not enough to see changes in your prostate. You cannot expect one salad with a few raw slices to undo years of inflammation. The results come when tomatoes are added regularly, becoming part of your weekly rhythm. When you make them a consistent habit, lycopene builds up in your tissues, steadily lowering inflammation and supporting healthier prostate function. Over weeks and months, this can translate into fewer nighttime bathroom trips, less urinary discomfort, and a greater sense of control. What I love about this approach is how natural and sustainable it is. You are not relying on pills, powders, or complicated routines. You are simply using food, delicious, everyday food, as a tool for healing and balance. And because tomatoes pair so well with other nutrient-rich ingredients like olive oil, garlic, or leafy greens, you are not only helping your prostate, but also strengthening your heart, your circulation, and your overall energy at the same time. Now, I want to be clear, tomatoes are not a magic cure, and they will not shrink the prostate overnight, but they are one of the simplest and most natural tools you can use to support your gland every single day. Combined with other healthy habits like staying active, drinking enough water, and avoiding excess alcohol or processed foods, tomatoes can be part of a routine that helps you reclaim your comfort and confidence. So, if you are tired of waking up at night, frustrated by a weak stream, or worried about your prostate, start with this. Add more tomatoes to your meals and make sure they are cooked with a little healthy fat so the lycopene can do its work. Over time, you may notice that your nights are more restful, your days are less interrupted, and your confidence begins to return. I am Dr. Charlotte Hayes, and I want to thank you for joining me today. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more honest, practical advice on men's health, prostate care, and vitality after 50. Take care of yourself because your body is still capable of strength and balance when you give it the support it needs.